So I always say that imagination is a double sword. One of the most profound ways to manifest the kind of dream life that everyone wants is through the imagination. Even it is safe to say that it's the only possible way to imagine. Action comes later. But why I call the imagination as a double sword? Because it can be a source of incredible creativity, inspiration, but most of the time, in the last few decades, it has led us, our uncontrollable imagination, it has led us into the depths of anxiety, fear, depression, and something which is very unfortunate, developing the suicidal tendency, which is most of the time only due to our uncontrollable imagination. So when we imagine future scenarios, our mind often creates the worst possible scenarios. You would have noticed.
Yes, yes.
Right? So we see the obstacles magnified. We see the problems magnified. Our mind makes the challenges intensified, which are not real in most of the cases. And the problems, it creates the problems that may never even happen in the future, which you would have seen. 99% of the time, whatever you have imagined, you feel anxious about, it never have happened. And this phenomena of thinking in this way, it occurs because our mind is hardwired, programmed to think from the negative perspective.
Right.
Which leads to unnecessary suffering. Maybe we try to prepare ourselves for every kind of worst that can happen in the future. But we forget that if we put all of our energy in preparing ourselves for all kind of wrong things that can happen in the future, then we are calling those wrong things in our life through the law of attraction. A very quick example of one of the participant I was working last week from US. I'll not take her name. I keep the confidentiality of the people. A young lady, a professional software engineer. I was having a call. She was looking very worried. I said, what happened? She said, sir, I got an email from my boss asking for a meeting next week. This is weekend. Now I cannot even go. And, so I don't know why he has asked to meet me. So I said, Miss, why you are thinking in the negative perspective? I said, what you're feeling? She said that, Miss, I'm trying to tell you, her imagination went unchecked. She was thinking all kind of possible scenarios. She thought that maybe I've done something mistake in the last week in my deliverable, which I cannot even recall. I don't remember, but I have certainly done something wrong. And due to this now, maybe, I can get scolded or disciplined. Even I can maybe lose my job. So then I asked her why you are allowing your mind to go in this way. So we have already discussed that's how the mind works. But for that whole weekend, for those 2 days, she was consumed by anxiety, unable to focus on the work till the time she had a call with me on the Sunday evening. She had planned to go out with the family and friends, which she cancelled. On Monday, when she finally went to the cabin of the manager, to her supervisor, it turned out that the boss, her manager, wanted to give him a new opportunity, a new piece of work that has came, and wanted to give some additional allowances, and has said that if she is able to deliver that, then they are already thinking about promoting her in terms of the designation in the next cycle. So then she told me that she said, sir, you were very right. It was totally opposite. So I said that this is how we think. But the good is your boss has scheduled a meeting after 2 days. If he would have scheduled the meeting after 2 months, you would have manifested something very negative. 2 days were not enough to manifest it, but while you were all negative in these 2 days. So that's what I'm trying to say, that our mind has been programmed to think from the negative side. While
Yes,
at the
yes.
time it never happens. But if we really think intensively from the negative direction, then we are the one calling the negative things in our life. Then it may become our reality. Okay, makes sense?
Yes, it does. Yeah.